How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan. Born to battle. Strong chest beats we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the star shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. And as OTAs are here for our Dallas Cowboys, Cowboys fans are hearing more and more about our new defensive coordinator in Christian Parker. Yesterday, I made a video about how Coach Parker got his knowledge and where he got his knowledge from. If you haven't seen that video, I highly advise that you go check out that video as well. It's pretty informative and pretty insightful. But anyhow, a quote from two of the Dallas Cowboys defensive veterans have come out about Christian Parker and the defensive scheme that he's implementing for our Dallas Cowboys this year. And I will tell you, Cowboys Nation, it sounds pretty intriguing. So let's go ahead and hear those two quotes during this Raw and Uncut.
Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
I'm keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation, we are over here on YahooSports.com, where the headline reads, Quinnen Williams makes bold claim about Christian Parker's Cowboys scheme. So let's go ahead and go down to the article real quick. That goes George Pickens, man. Jerry, Steven, get that contract done. But anyway, let's go ahead and read the article. The article says, the Dallas Cowboys are running a defense in 2026 that looks almost nothing like what they ran a year ago. New coordinator, new coaching staff, new personnel across all three levels. Quinnen Williams has been inside it for the first week of OTAs and came out with a strong take on what Christian Parker is building. 90% of this entire defensive staff is turned over. The guys we brought in, from coaches all the way down to players, is incredible, Williams says. The scheme itself, you're gonna see around the league. A lot of people run the same scheme and have unbelievable success. All the top defenses in the league kind of run this scheme. Super excited the way CP runs it, how meticulous he is, the details he hones in on, and to be around a great group of guys. Williams is in his first full season with the Dallas Cowboys after being acquired from the New York Jets at the 2025 trade deadline for a 2026 second-round pick, a conditional 2027 first-round pick, and defensive tackle Mozzie Smith. Despite joining mid-season, he led the Cowboys in pressures through multiple games. What Kenny Clark added and why Parker's approach is drawing early praise. Williams isn't the only one who's sharing this view. Kenny Clark, another defensive tackle who joined during the free agency period amidst the defensive rebuild, also emphasized the technical skills required by Parker. Just attention to detail, Clark says. This defense is going to be huge on the details, huge on pre-snap and all that kind of stuff. All that stuff is going to be really good for us. We've got a lot of smart guys on all three levels of the defense, and that'll be great for us. The Cowboys went 7-9-1 in 2025 under Brian Schottenheimer, ranking near the bottom of the league defensively in multiple categories. Schottenheimer replaced McCarthy as the head coach in January 2025. Williams, who's inside the organization, says fans should really pay attention to the defensive rebuild around Parker this offseason. Well, Cowboys Nation, you can't frown at the fact that our top defensive linemen are talking the way that they're talking about the new defensive coordinator in Christian Parker. This is the biggest question mark that the Dallas Cowboys fan base has had coming into the 2026 season. Seeing that our defense wasn't much to speak about last year, it's a breath of fresh air to see that the captains and the veterans of the team actually have bought into what Christian Parker's bringing to this team. One thing that stuck out to me was Kenny Clark talking about Christian Parker paying attention to detail when it comes to working with the guys on the defensive side of the ball. One thing that drove me absolutely crazy about the Dallas Cowboys defense last year was the lack of attention to detail as well as a lack of attention to discipline. The pre-snap discipline, catching players off sides, and a lack of fundamentals being stressed by Matt Eberflus. There were so many times where you would catch a defensive back having a bad pursuit angle or not breaking down to make an open field tackle. Not only that, but all the busted coverages that were witnessed in 2025. It's good to hear that Coach Parker's taking the time to truly pay attention to those aspects of the game. Kenny Clark also said that they've got a lot of smart players on all three levels of the defense, and that's great for us. He's absolutely right, Cowboys Nation. I've said this before. Talent only gets you so far in the game of football. You have to incorporate intelligence as well. You gotta have a high football IQ for this as well. But right now, the Dallas Cowboys have a number of high Q football players on the defensive side of the ball. From the defensive line all the way up to the safety position, the Dallas Cowboys have a plethora of knowledgeable guys that'll be able to match the intensity the offense put out on the field last year. But this past offseason was filled with smart acquisitions by Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, as well as Brian Schottenheimer and Christian Parker. From Jalen Thompson, P.J. Locke, and Caleb Downs at the safety position, to Rashad Gary and Otito Agbonya and Malachi Lawrence on the defensive line, as well as coupling them up with high IQ veterans like Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams. This Dallas Cowboys team is going to be a team that can compete for a playoff berth and so much more this year. But it's absolutely magnificent to see that the defensive players are actually buying into what Christian Parker's trying to implement on this Dallas Cowboys defense. I mean, you could tell that the players on last year's defense didn't believe in what Matt Eberflus was trying to bring to the Dallas Cowboys. They didn't buy in. I mean, Quinnen Williams even commented on Eberflus when he was eventually let go. But the last comment on this story is what got me extremely hyped, Cowboys Nation. It was Kenny Clark saying, fans should really be paying attention to the defensive rebuild around Parker this season. And if you rock with the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel, I'll make sure that you're fully equipped with the knowledge of the rebuild as we continue to go through this offseason. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, are you excited about what Christian Parker has in store for this Dallas Cowboys defense? What do you see the defense ranking for the 2026 season? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comments section. If you're digging this content and you want to help get the word out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video, share it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device and you haven't used them up yet, make sure you hype this video. Doing so will help get the word out to Cowboys fans. They'll come over to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and want to become Angry Cowboys fans themselves. And if you are DC for life and you got a gut feeling that this defense is going to be much better than it was last year, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I drop even more content from the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. Also, if you're into Madden 26, College Football 26, or Mortal Kombat talk, check out my other YouTube channel, the Angry Gaming Fan YouTube channel. I'll make sure I put the link to that, as well as the gamer tag, in the description. The Dallas Cowboys defense is going to be the catalyst for the Dallas Cowboys' success altogether this year. I have faith that Christian Parker will have these men ready come week 1 of the NFL regular season. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.